Hi everybody, it's Thursday and it's time for another delicious recipe. And today I'm not cooking, again I'm measuring, but I've got a great do-it-yourself recipe that I hope you try. Today I want to talk to you about my good friend onion soup mix. This is something that I use a lot of, or used to use a lot of. It's great in meatloaf, it's great sprinkled on top of a roast or pork chops or chicken, or my favorite is with sour cream to make chip dip. Love that stuff. I eat way too much of it. But I use this in a lot of recipes. And if you ever read the ingredients, the first ingredient should be onion, of course, but sometimes it's not. And it doesn't matter what brand you buy. This is a cheap brand, but doesn't matter what brand you buy. The first ingredients are going to be onion, salt, and sugar. There's a lot of salt in this stuff. It's 47% of your daily sodium in one serving. And that's a quarter of a bag. There's 4 servings in one bag. So if you were to make soup or dip or whatever and eat the whole thing, you're getting 2 times your daily sodium intake, okay? I think we can do better than that. It's a lot of salt, it's a lot of sugar. I don't need that, you don't need that. So what I do is I make my own. I love this stuff, it's great in a pinch, but I make my own. And with just a few simple ingredients that you probably already have in your pantry, you can make your own too, and you can control how much of that sodium goes into your cooked item. Okay, first thing I do is I get a jar. You can use a Ziploc bag, a plastic container, whatever. I have lots of jars. Okay, let me turn you just a touch. There we go. Okay, so here are our ingredients. Real simple, nothing fancy. Salt, pepper, onion flakes, paprika, a little bit of garlic, a little bit of sugar. Nothing fancy. You probably already have them in your cabinet. The first ingredient is onion flakes. I buy these, well, you can get them a lot of places. I happened to get these in Ellsworth at the grocery store. If you're ever up there, they have a really nice grocery store. But they're just dehydrated onion. I put them in a lot of things. This not least of all. Okay, so we need 3/4 of a cup of onion flakes. So this is a 1/2 cup. Woo! And it's humid, so they're all sticking together. And they're clumping, and I'm making a mess. It's okay, I'll clean it up, I promise. It is very, very humid today, so these are all sticking together. Doesn't mean they're bad, it just means that they got a little humidity to them, okay? Okay, so 3/4 of a cup of that, and then we spill another 1/4 cup on the counter. It's okay. And then we need 3 teaspoons of parsley. You can leave this out. It does add a nice color though. Doesn't add much for flavor, but adds a little bit. Adds a really nice color. Something interesting. Okay, and then we need 2 tablespoons of onion powder. This is really going to up that, oop, that kind of clumped out of there too. Really going to up that onion flavor, okay? This is super simple. All right, and then we need 1 teaspoon of salt. If you want more salt, okay, make this the way I tell you to make it the first time, and then if it's not salty enough, you can definitely put more in. But this, I really like 1 teaspoon in the whole shebang. I can really control how much salt I'm putting in things. Okay, 1 teaspoon of salt. And then I need 1 teaspoon of paprika. This is sweet paprika. This is not smoked. I don't like that smoky flavor in everything. So this is almost empty. This is just 1 teaspoon of sweet paprika. That also gives it a nice color, gives it a nice aroma. Okay. And we've got 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. If you don't like that much garlic, that's fine. Don't put as much in. I like the garlic. I put it in everything. No vampires are getting me. Okay. And then we need just a touch of sugar. This is half a teaspoon of regular white sugar. It's not a lot. It just needs a little something to balance out the flavor, okay? So half a teaspoon. And then half a teaspoon of black pepper. For us, I put in more black pepper. For anybody else, I leave it out. If you like the black pepper, by all means, put more in. But when I make up a big batch, I leave it at half a teaspoon because I may be putting this in something that I take somewhere, and I know a lot of people don't like that real peppery flavor. If I'm just making a small batch like this, for us, I put in more pepper. Okay, and then this is another interesting ingredient. This is ground mustard powder. It's just ground up mustard seed, and you need 1 teaspoon of this. This gives it a really, really nice, savory, interesting flavor. Okay, all right, that's it. Isn't that pretty? It's all layered in there. Okay, hand this over to the kid, because they just need to shake it up. That's it. There is your onion soup mix. Isn't that nice? Looks pretty. Yeah? Okay, so this will store in an airtight container a long time. If it gets a little bit of moisture to it, it will clump. But if you have it in a nice sealed jar like this, it should be good for several months. I usually make up a whole quart at a time, and that way I just have it on hand and I can sprinkle in what I want for each recipe. Even when I use this stuff, the store-bought stuff, I don't usually use the whole package. I just sprinkle in a little bit and go on. But this one, we can really control what's going in there. We know how much salt is in here. We know how much sugar is in here. We have not given up any of that wonderful onion flavor. We're just cutting out the salt, okay? So by all means, please try this the next time you make something with onion soup mix. It's a wonderful all-purpose ingredient, but I think we can do better than this. It's great in a pinch, but it's not something that you want to have in your diet all the time, okay? Like I said, this is great. I put it in meatloaf. I put it on roast, in sour cream for the most amazing chip dip. This is about, by the way, this is about 2 envelopes full of the store-bought stuff. So if you are following a recipe that calls for a whole envelope of onion soup mix, you're going to put about half of this in. Okay, great substitute. It's not hard to do your own. It's not hard to control how much salt and sugar you put in things, and you know, we really don't know what well, it has MSG, it has salt, it has sugar, it has some things that I can't pronounce. I don't know what they are. I don't want to put them in there. I'm happier with this. Okay? So next time you have onion soup mix, try this. Tell me what you think, okay? Until next time, happy cooking, everybody. Bye-bye.